OldClassicGamer here, and welcome to a brand new video. This time we're going to discuss what was happening on Super Mario 35th Anniversary Nintendo Direct. I'm gonna give some my impressions about the things that were announced and what I think about everything, and I have quite some stuff to tell about. So let's start with the first thing that was announced, and that was Super Mario Bros. Game & Watch. Now, this looks really cool in my opinion. I'm not gonna lie. Starting off with something like that was a pretty good decision for Nintendo because it just looks so cool device. It can play classic Mario stuff. It's also like a watch, of course, like the name Game & Watch, and it has some extra bonuses. The design is also pretty good because it has that classic Famicom feel to it. So overall, that was a great thing to start the Direct with. I applaud Nintendo for it. So pretty good. The next what they mentioned is Super Mario 3D World is gonna come out on Nintendo Switch. But there's a twist. There's also gonna be something extra bonus called Bowser's Fury. Now, I don't know what to expect from that, but when it comes to Super Mario 3D World, that's a fun game. I have to say that I beat it 100% on Wii U with every character, including Rosalina. So I did play the game and I got pretty much everything that there was to be gotten. So would I come back and play this on a Switch? Gotta be honest, I'm not so sure because while the game is definitely fun, it's kind of too linear in a way. Like you just, I prefer Mario games like which are more with some sort of tasks like Mario 64, Super Mario Galaxy, those kind of games. But this one is fun too as well. But the great thing is because they are going to be including this time online multiplayer. Now, I have a mixed feeling about this because, in my opinion, this is something that should have been included already in Wii U release, but they just decided not to go with it. Why? I don't know. Nintendo was kind of old-fashioned back then. But now with the online, because it's Nintendo Switch, they're forcing you to pay for it. And I don't like this, especially because the online quality didn't improve one bit. It's still peer-to-peer connection and can be pretty laggy, especially if you're playing with someone from another country or continent. So I don't like this one bit, but oh well, it's good that they included it, but I just wish it wasn't paid, and it's good that it gets ported, but I'm not like super excited for it because I already beat the game on Wii U 100%, and I don't know. I just the game is definitely good, but it's not a kind of a game that I would just like. Oh my god, I gotta replay it. This is so great. So yeah, that's my opinion on it. Now, the next thing is they announced the Super Mario Bros. 35, and this is basically Super Mario Bros. 1 Battle Royale Edition. And there is one aspect of this announcement and one fact that really makes me have a mixed feeling, and that's because Nintendo literally took down a fan work which was pretty much this concept, and they just now implemented it themselves. Now, I'm not saying that they can't do it. They definitely can, since it's their IP, and they can just like not even acknowledge that they even took down the other one. So it's definitely within their rights, but it just feels a little bit not very good, like moral-wise, because let's face it, if somebody made a Sonic the Hedgehog Battle Royale or something like that, Sega wouldn't mind it. There will be two outcomes out of it. Either Sega would like the idea and invite the person to assist development and make it into official game, or they would just not do anything. Like they would just pretty much let it exist and move on with their own things, but not bother. But no, Nintendo always has these policies when they're taking down fan games, and I really don't like it. I think it's anti-consumer policy. I think it's very discouraging for fans, and I think the fans who go and buy Nintendo products do not deserve this kind of treatment when they want to make something out of passion. That's just my opinion. If you disagree, I don't really care. You can blindly support everything Nintendo does, but no, that's not about how I roll. I always criticize all the moves that I don't like. What's good, I always congratulate, and that's just how I roll in life in general. I never take full sides. I always just do right and wrong. But one thing that's wrong about this Super Mario Bros. 35, it's that it's a limited edition. It's gonna be playable from 1st October till the end of March next year, and it's gonna be only like for Nintendo Switch Online members. And knowing these facts, it's definitely like, come on, why would you limit something so fun like that? Like imagine if Team Fortress 2 came out like a long time ago, and when it did, they said, oh, you can play this game for less than a year, and then you can't access the servers anymore. Like, I don't understand why make it a limited edition, because to be honest, this sounds super fun, and if they're worrying that people are gonna lose interest and stop playing it like by the end of the March, I think they're not calculating things right, because I'm convinced that the people will keep on playing this, even wanting to play even more than just how it will last. So if they extend it or make it like just that you can play it for many years to come, I don't see why would they not do it. Like Nintendo clearly made it that they're not going to abandon Nintendo Switch anytime soon. They can release the upgraded model, but they're taking the approach similar to Xbox and not like Sony, because Microsoft is pretty much doing like a console upgrade sort of thing instead of the full next system, because they're like trying to unify Xbox brand under everything the same, because all the games are gonna be playable on both Xbox Series X and the previous ones. So it's like a combination of everything, and the Nintendo is pretty much gonna do the same thing with a Nintendo Switch. So Switch ain't gonna go anytime soon, so why would they do this limitation? I don't understand it. So definitely a bad move. It's based off the thing that they took down, and they're making it limited, but otherwise it's a pretty fun idea. Now the next one is interesting, not something that pretty much I wouldn't even manage to play this, because my apartment is not in such like the room is not organized in such way to make it accessible for such races. But looking at this gameplay, this does look interesting, and this is, in my opinion, a concept of bring toys to life done right. Because unlike Skylanders, for example, where you just put a figure on Portal, and the Portal is pretty much just a physical DLC that you pay and then you unlock by putting it on Portal. This one is different, because both a toy in like real world and when you're in the game, it's moving. You can feel the sensation that it's all connected, and that it's like all together, which is pretty cool. But yeah, unless you have a big apartment with a lot of space, I don't think this game was made like in mind for those people like living in Eastern Europe and stuff, where the apartments are not so big. I think this pretty much caters to American homes mostly, and some Japanese ones. But yeah, it's definitely not so, for me at least. I wouldn't manage to play it unless well, this could be played outside in some park, I guess, so that's pretty cool. There are also some stuff that you can do, like surveys and quiz to get some anniversary pins, but I say that it's only for US and Canada, so I don't really, that doesn't apply to me. They're probably just gonna put this on eBay and just overprice it. So I don't know. There's also something related to a mobile Mario Kart, but yeah, they talk about merchandise. But oh, that's all good. But there is something that I want to talk about, and that is pretty much the main thing, and that's All Stars. Yes, they're re-releasing Super Mario All Stars on Nintendo Switch Online, and I already talked about when it came to Donkey Kong Country video that I made, how I dislike this sort of Nintendo Switch Online collection only practices where it's like you have to be online to play it, and how it's a total failure compared to an old virtual console that actually had you download the games. Like eShop on a Wii U was a step in the right direction when it comes to how classic games are managed. But again, it suffered from a same problem like the Wii had, and that's that not all games were available pretty much, which doesn't make any sense because unless there's some serious licensing issues with something like a movie license, for example, any game that's not movie-based has no excuse of not being on eShop. They pretty much screwed that up with the Switch, and now they're doing this online model, which I'm hugely against. But yeah, now let's get to the real deal. Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Now, this is pretty much, again, there is something that I really don't like about this. Now, seeing all these games together, Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario Galaxy, like you would be pretty excited to see all this, but there are some stuff that we need to talk about. First, Super Mario 64 is still a 30 FPS. It's not widescreen support, and it's only 720p. And now when you compare this Super Mario 64 release to the one which can be played on a modded Nintendo Switch, which uses like a PC port, which someone decompiled, where you can even customize textures, make it 60 FPS, widescreen. When you look at this official release, you are pretty much left wondering, how could they screw this up? Like, how can you do it? Like, fans did much better work. So knowing that something superior exists, I find it very unappealing to play the inferior version of Super Mario 64, even if it's official. And comparing Super Mario Sunshine and Super Mario Galaxy, it almost has no graphical upgrades. It just upscale, and it fails in comparison to how the game looks when emulated on Dolphin if you got a decent PC. So I don't know, it's really weird. Like, I'm happy that these games are brought on Nintendo Switch, and it can allow a person to play it on the go, which is amazing, like Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy on the go. It sounds amazing, but seeing that it's like not that many upgrades, and there's another thing, by the way, there is no Galaxy 2. Like, how can you omit Super Mario Galaxy 2? It's just so weird to me, because unless they're planning to do something like DLC or something, because if you remember, there were Super Mario All-Stars Regular Edition, and there were like the expanded edition with Super Mario World included as well. So unless they plan to do something like that, then it's pretty weird. I don't know. But another thing which is very disappointing when it comes to this is it's limited. I'm not joking. If you look at the trailer, they clearly state that it is limited. Limited in the sense that it's both physical and digital limited. And when that Super Mario 35 expires on at the end of the March, the same thing is pretty much gonna happen to Super Mario 3D All-Stars. You can't buy it on eShop after March next year, which is just mind-boggling. Like, I understand they're like limited run games for physical editions of games, and I can somewhat understand, but still not fully, because it's just gonna create scalpers on eBay, overpricing the shit out of this collection. So I don't know what Nintendo is trying to achieve with making it limited, when in reality they can pretty much just make it like a regular thing, and sell it normally like any other Mario game, like Super Mario Odyssey, for example. Like, I can't understand what is the meaning of all this. Why would you make it both physical and digital to be limited? And on top of that, like, when you look at everything, it just leaves a bitter, sweet taste in mouth when you think about this all direct. It's just so weird. You want to be happy. You want to be happy that all these Mario games are gonna be on Nintendo Switch, but when you look at all the points I made about this release, you can't feel just fully 100% positive about the overall release. It's just I really don't understand it. It's very, very unfortunate, and I really think I really wish Nintendo has a change of heart and make this Super Mario 3D collection to have like a normal status of game, at least digital, if you're making a physical release limited. Because, and there's another thing, like, you don't get any extras. Like, there is a digital soundtrack, but that's about it. For example, let's compare Kirby's Kirby's Dream Collection on Nintendo Wii. Now, this thing was amazing. You get so many cool stuff, and you got much more games included. It was just so awesome. Like Kirby's Dream Collection was just perfect in every way, and seeing Nintendo like not take the same approach with Mario, like 35 years of Mario, that's amazing. Like, come on, in 5 years he's gonna be 40, and what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do when the 40th anniversary comes? I don't know, but so far with this, it's just pretty disappointing to see how it's all happening. I really wish it changes, because otherwise you can see that they did try to do something nice for Mario fans, and except for Galaxy 2. Like, what the hell? Like, are they trying to make Mario Galaxy 2 forgotten or something? It's weird, very weird. So I don't know what to say about it. It's definitely disappointing. I just wish they can scrap the plan of making it limited and just at least make it as a DLC. And speaking of DLC and payment, one last thing I gotta mention is the price of this being $60 really feels like a ripoff. Now, I know you're gonna say 3 games, and you're gonna point out how some games, like a single game, is $60, but I don't think so, because Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy was $40, and when it comes to Insane Trilogy, we have 3 games, not 1, but 3 games that are from the ground up remade. And this here, Mario 64, Sunshine and Galaxy, it just literal ports. Like, you don't have any big changes or something. It's all just ports. So I don't know about it, but kind of disappointed in a way, but that's just my opinion. If you're 100% happy with this, good for you. I'm very happy that you enjoy this, and by all means, go buy all these products, pay for this all, like give money to Nintendo, pay for it. But I don't know. It's very hard for me. What am I gonna do about it? Because while it is tempting to have these games on Nintendo Switch, part of me does not want to support these practices, because if I buy this product, then I'm pretty much going to be saying that I'm okay with this, but I'm not okay with this. I don't want limited releases. Like, it's like Nintendo knew that Mario fans would be unhappy with this collection because it's just ports without anything new. So they're making fans hurry and buy it in order to not affect sales. Like they're saying, oh, you like Mario? Well, you gotta rush and buy this before March next year, or else you miss your chance. Like, that's the only thing I can see as an explanation why they're doing it. Because they're not confident in product that it would sell well if they don't make it limited. So they're trying to put pressure on fans to buy it before March so that they get good sales, and later they're just not gonna care about it. So I don't know, it's pretty bad. So that's all I'm gonna say about it. Hope you guys enjoy this video, and by all means leave your comments down below. Tell me what you think about it. I really don't like this, but I still kind of wish to support it because Mario is a great franchise. So yeah, type in your comments your suggestion. What should be my approach? How should I approach this situation? Let me know, and OCG out.